Hello everyone, JamieStarr here with the New World News Network. I wanted to cover this breaking news since I have time and since it just happened. You know, one of the typical complaints you would hear about Donald Trump is, like, you'd hear these liberals, especially younger liberals and millennials. Gavin McInnes does a really good video where he points out that it's kind of class warfare and that these people are such snobs that they, just sort of speak down to you being like, well, he was on reality TV. Well, you can't really take him serious, can you? And it's so funny for them to have this attitude because, it switched for the first couple months. They were like, well, he speaks like he's a child, or, he's talking at like a 7th grade level because he's talking at a common man's level. Then, of course, on Bill Maher, you had the guy come out and be like, no, see, Trump's not speaking like a child. He's using NLP, hypnotic, strategies and hypnotic speaking methods, the same way Obama would, basically. I mean, NLP and all that stuff is just basically taking ways that appeal to people, the ways that people speak that resonates best with them, and quantifying it into a science. But so you'd have all of this, them just trying to belittle Trump and his supporters and make them out into children. Do you see this fucking shit? I mean, this is the level of insanity we're talking. These people are going to point to something and say, this is childish and this, and that. And then look at them. Look at this schmuck. Now, I've seen Stephen Colbert live when I was a liberal and I was unaware that his whole act is basically political blackface. It's him pretending to be a conservative that doesn't really exist and embodying the worst of the stereotypes so liberals could laugh and get that very snobbish attitude. He creates a straw man for everyone to hate, and then his viewers project that straw man on anyone who has a slightly conservative or Republican value set. You have him out here doing this whole Hunger Games parody, which he basically crashed the convention because he's so desperate for ratings, and this goes through. I mean, they're going and mocking Trump left and right because it's the last little thread that they're hanging on to for their ratings. Oh, they wouldn't be able to survive without him. This is what they're doing. They're going out there and they are basically fucking jerking him off until he just ejaculates on their faces, and they hope by the end of the money shot that they'll have higher ratings. So you have this go on, where he goes out there, gets in front of the mic, and makes some remarks saying, speaking of Trump, he has formed an alliance with Indiana Governor Mike Pence, then appears to fall asleep at the podium and says, sorry, I blacked out there for a moment. Does this make any sense? So in my honor to hereby launch the beginning of the 2016 Republican National Hungry for Power Games. And then when security guards come up, he says, I know I'm not supposed to be up here, but let's be honest, neither is Donald Trump. By what measure? He won. He beat out all the contenders, so by what measure is he not supposed to be up there, Mr. Colbert? I mean, and just, again, whoever this appeals to, whoever saw this and thought, oh, woohoo, just Colbert showed him, yeah, look at these guys, you're a fucking child. You are a moronic little child. You want to talk about why politics has degraded into, oh, well, what purse was Hillary Clinton wearing around? Hillary Clinton's best and worst dressed list. Oh, Michelle Obama doing all this shit, and Barack Obama with some slam poetry in front of the White House and showing up on Ellen or SNL with the drag queens. I mean, this is why politics has turned into what it's turned into, because people think this shit is cool. And it's not. It's not whatsoever. Here's another thing. Leaked by Guccifer 2.0, the warning of the Trumpocalypse. So, you had a plan. They're paying protesters again. You can't even find real protesters. And that's how bad this is. I may say the people that support this are idiots. half the people that support it, they know they're playing off a mob mentality, people being a bunch of sheep. So they send out a bunch of paid people here, and here they said that they had these little toolkits together of little clapper hands and spray tans and everything like that, because they can't argue on the issues. They can't argue on the issues because the facts aren't on their side. All they can do is make emotional points. Even Obama, with the whole cops dying and Black Lives Matter, his whole thing it wasn't about finding solutions. Solutions are secondary to everyone accepting the feelings as a reality. Oh, because if you feel it, it must be true. I feel like I can fly. I feel like I can fly. I should jump out my window. In fact, I should get a bunch of people to certify my feelings as reality and then jump out the window, right? Right? I mean, that doesn't sound crazy, does it? So, like I said, ENC, the Trumpocalypse Survival Kit tote with a barf bag, Tylenol, alkaline seltzer, and a clothespin to hold nose while voting for Trump. What? None of this stuff is even relevant. And again, if this appeals to you, if you're like, hoo-hoo, this is going to show them, you're a moron. You'll be on my exiled list. This is, oh my God, the production of an 8-page Trump tabloid designed to look like a New York Post. The paper, ideal for dumping Oppo research on the developer, would include a Trump-penned advice column on how to talk to women. Volunteers dressed as limousine drivers would go to the airport and meet arriving RNC members with signs with messaging about Trump. The disruption of a Go Trump Yourself kit includes spray tan, hair dye, a dog whistle, and tiny foam finger clapper hands. I mean, again, a Trump successful business starter kit would include a $40 million check from your dad and a diploma for Trump University, producing milk cartons with photos of many GOP leaders who are skipping the convention. The plan's other ideas selection notes that volunteers and interns could get dressed as the presumptive GOP presidential nominee and perform Trump things, whatever that means. Another idea is described as a WH administration ask for the provision of top-line surrogates cabinet secretaries. What the fuck? What the fuck? I mean, this is what this has degenerated into. And if this appeals to you, maybe you should feel like you should fly and go jump off the highest building you can find. JamieStarr, check the links, New World News Network. If you want some new music, I uploaded my summer mix to kickasstorrents.com. Search it, JamieStarr Summer Mix 2016. Have a good one, everyone.